dangerous that it's surreal. And then it gets even more surreal. I was sitting there this morning looking out over the Texas Hill Country, and I was thinking about history and what's happened in human culture, and I was thinking, why am I so concerned? And I said, it's clear these people are megalomaniacs. They're insane. And they haven't learned from history. And then I was thinking, why am I so troubled by them going on MSNBC and CNN and putting my picture up there with Putin's, with Trump's, and saying that we're, quote, Russian agents and we get our orders from Putin and he's our godfather? Because I was thinking, it's ridiculous. It's made up. It's not true. That's just another sovereign nation trying to get out from under globalism, just like the Brexit. They don't say we're British agents because we're modeling what we're doing after the Brexit. They're modeling what they did off of 1776. Nigel Farage has said that. We're imitating common sense, you know, like the French kicking the Nazis out at the end of World War II with the help of the U.S. and the Allies. And then it clicked. I mean, I already knew this, but it clicked. It's like, oh my gosh, they really are going to have a war with Russia. And anyone that doesn't go along with the war is a Russian agent. Because none of this makes sense, and it's comical unless you know you're going for broke and you don't care. And that's why the elite are all buying bunkers and leaving the United States. And it may not be this year or next year, but it's what Joel Skousen talks about. World War III with the Russians is set in the next 4 to 5 years, and the globalists want to entice the Russians to attack in a first strike. Oh, man. I mean, I'm sure of it. It hit me like that train that went off the tracks in Yonkers, killing 3 people and injuring over 100. I mean, it was like, boom. That's why they're going to start a war with Russia. And then if you don't want to have a war and all the gun confiscation that comes with it, they're going to arrest you. I purposely did not wear a sports jacket, did not wear a dress shirt today. I purposely only did about 2 hours of prep.
I heard that Michelle was a cop or a fed or something.
Normally I would do 4 hours of prep.
I don't know what she is.
And I realized, I've known this for a while, but I've really psychoanalyzed it for myself.
There was always something
I remember my
funky about her.
grandfathers
I'm real sorry.
listening to the radio and hearing some stock news or some farming news or some oil news, getting excited or going, you know, cussing under their breath occasionally, or reading the newspaper, my mom's dad especially, and just face turning red sometimes. Because he really cared.
Is to let me personally punish for
God, I miss all those folks that are dead.
very,
Great people.
very long
You
time.
don't see people like that anymore. It's scary.
You see, it's either that.
And I was just thinking about it this morning. I was like, wow.
Covered in
I get in
fire
here.
and scabies and other bad things.
And I research all this news. I study it
If that's what you
in
want,
the
that's
evening,
what
at
you get,
night.
Okay? Now, I gave you an option.
I work
I
on
gave
Saturday
you
and
all
Sunday.
a chance.
I'm not complaining. Wild
be
horses couldn't
free.
drag me away. But
So listen in
no
now.
wonder after
You
I
can let
watch
me
20, 30 video clips
punish you.
and look at
Or
over
you can
100
take your
news
chance
articles
in
conservatively,
the worst.
I get on air and it's like, how do I tell people how real this
Now,
is?
those are your options. You've been warned.
I have trouble believing how open this is, where yesterday, I probably got to only 5 of them. There was more than 20 articles from mainstream media promoting the United Nations running America's elections, our police, everything.
Buddy, where you headed?
It's really happening. And then I sit there and I watch State Department clips where they say, we'll basically turn jihadis loose in Russia to attack Russian targets inside Russia if you don't pull out. We have that clip coming up. And then I remember 3 years ago, the UN ambassador from Saudi Arabia, Prince Sultan Bandar, threatening the Russians with jihadi attacks if they didn't back out of Syria. And I know that the globalists and NATO and Hillary and Obama created ISIS. That's admitted. The Pentagon knows that.
I can feel them.
General Flynn knows that. That's really the guy in there that's the quarterback with Trump. Trump's the head coach. Let me tell you, the quarterback's Flynn. Flynn's running the show.
All this work for nothing, man.
In fact, the word is Flynn didn't even want the VP position. He said, no, I don't want that. I want to be able to totally focus on not just giving proxy speeches, but actually getting stuff lined up. fact, I didn't play all of Flynn a few weeks ago whenever Trump chumped the mainstream media and said he was going to respond to the birther controversy, and spent 30 seconds on it at the end of a 45-minute rally with a bunch of Congressional Medal of Honor winners and generals and former admirals and people endorsing him. We ought to cue that up today and play General Flynn almost coming to tears, talking about 1775, Lexington and Concord. This is it. America's been captured. We have to take it back. That's what's happened, folks. And the news won't carry Trump's speeches when he says Hillary Clinton is a Chinese agent. She is. This isn't rhetoric. So no wonder they call Trump a Russian agent. No wonder they call me a Russian agent and put our faces up there with Vladimir Putin on CNN and MSNBC and you name it. Because these are globalists. These are people that hijacked our country. They are the outsiders. And as I've said 1,000 times, once you identify that an outside global force has hijacked you with 21st century high-tech algorithms that have taken over the stock markets, the interest rates, the currency rates, the economy, that's all admitted. And you understand that there's 5 megabanks that control basically almost everything now. And they want to mop up what's left of wealth to control you. And you identify that the New World Order is a worldwide corporate tyranny, and the former head of the NSA, technical leader, the guy that actually ran the NSA, that was number 2 at the NSA, comes on and I say, what is the master plan? He goes, a global corporate government. It is a technocracy, a total takeover. The NSA isn't joining with other countries for America. The NSA is forming a global grid. And this is the death of this country, people. You're watching it, okay? This is a admitted program. And they admit it, but they've done it to a great extent. And that's why the State Department's so arrogant. And that's why the Saudis are so arrogant. And that's why the Communist Chinese are so arrogant. Almost every movie I go see now that has to do with technology or science fiction or action adventure, the Communist Chinese are in it at the Politburo advising America with red flags flying with hammers and sickles and pictures of Mao. And then they tell NASA, they tell the Army, they tell the superheroes what to do. They tell the Avengers what to do. They tell, you know, what type of booster to save Matt Damon when he's stuck on Mars. I mean, and again, when you go see almost everything and it's Chinese communist propaganda, you're like, what in the world is going on? I mean, you know, that alone, everybody should just go, whoa, and the hair on the back of their neck. The first few times I started seeing it, remember they didn't release Red Dawn for over a year because it had the Communist Chinese attacking. So they changed it to North Korea, and they had to reshoot and re-edit a bunch of the movie. That's how controlled we are. That's who's running our country. Do the Russians control what goes on in our movies? Or the British, for that matter? No, it's global government.
Jacob, I'm sorry. I'm already hanging out with
pulled out.
friends. I'm kind of
The UK is trying to pull out. Russia is trying to pull out. We're trying to pull out. And a lot of people, like Dr. Paul Craig Roberts, he's a smart guy, but, you know, he doesn't get one level of this three-dimensional chess game. And I say this because it's a fact. I'm in right. The emails are all public. You know, the data leaks. It's everything I said. World government. George Soros trying to cause race wars. Destabilize the country. And criminal elites here in the U.S. transferring power to the UN. Because Roberts goes, it's the United States and the neocons. It's not the UN. I know that. It's criminals here transferring the power into a diplomatically immune combine. The UN's only the head of it. The OECD, the IMF, the World Bank, the WTO, the TPP agreement, they're transferring it to this system above us. But he gets caught and goes, but it's America. Yes, it's criminals that used our energy, our weapons, our culture to empower the machine. But we're being melted down to form the new system. It's a fact. The UN with Justice Department power is coming in to run our police departments. It's a fact they're running a call for reparations for, quote, black people. It's a fact that they're suing Arpaio and getting ready to sue the Texas government for even having any border control. It's a fact they're running the refugees coming into Europe and coming into the United States. It's a fact they're running global carbon taxes. It's a fact. But people get lost in it because always, it was supposed to be America running the UN, America running the global government. That was the whole plan. It's why after World War II, the United States funded the whole thing with the Rockefellers, and it was supposed to be America is going to project Americanism and free market into the world with this global corporate government by giving technology to third world countries to build them up. But it was all double-crossed. And by 49, the decision was made. It's in the Royal Commission. 1949, look it up.
How's that for service?
Queen Elizabeth's father's name is on the letterhead.
Thanks.
And they said, we're not going to industrialize the third world. We're going to exploit it, have reservations of high tech, give them nothing, let their populations explode, and then exploit them further, and then use them in reverse colonization within the next 60 years to overtake our Western competitors. It's cold-blooded, people. They got a plan, and they mean business.
Jacob, it's
You've
me.
got corrupt,
Michael, you want to get some food?
strongman, gangster-style Russia
Sorry, man.
stumbling around trying to get reorganized that barely pulled away from the robber barons. And the West is trying to destroy that while it's trying to destroy itself. And the Brits learn, hey, 90% of your laws or more are made by the European Union, and you never got the vote to enter it. So the Brits vote to go, yeah, we should be able to make our own laws. We want out of this. We don't want open borders. We don't want all these huge taxes. We don't want to be like France or Germany. And I told you before it happened, I said, this mayor is going to ignore all this Muslim mayor, and is going to say, I'm going to issue visas within the city I control. And of course, he's now announced that. And how do I know he'd do that? Because it's a battle plan. Arnold, let's get this break. Schwarzenegger was hired 6 years ago when the Copenhagen Treaty fell through for carbon taxes globally because it raped the third world. It sold us away to empower the third world. Oh, liberal, loving, a liberal world order. It was a nightmare system of eugenics and control to kill 1 billion people over a decade, most experts agreed. Horrible. How about turning the global economy off? This would do it, and then make who was surviving in third world flood even harder. Again, the big refugee crisis they've been planning. And Schwarzenegger was dispatched to organize programs to get mayors elected with UN and IMF and World Bank and Soros money in every major industrialized country to then create their own sanctuary cities and to, quote, work with the UN and become partners with it to circumvent national sovereignty. And Schwarzenegger gave press conferences and was in the news saying, we're going to circumvent Congress. We're going to circumvent this, and we're going to implement this because the earth needs to be safe. It's heating up. It is heating up. This is a pig with, admittedly, thousands of automatic weapons, 4 or 5 army tanks, helicopters with rocket launchers on them, because he's an elitist. He can have it. He wants to ban semi-auto. But it's okay because he's a Republican, and Republicans feel good because, oh, he's in our team or whatever. Pure bull. So I knew what Khan would do. I looked at who funded him. I knew. I know the exact battle plan. I know their playbook. And by the way, I'm not bragging. How stupid are our governors and others that think they know what's going on and are only partway fighting this when this is, it's like, I get called sometimes by former governors, current governors, and are like, Alex, I don't want to come on the air, but I want you to know we listen all the time, but you're the tip of the spear, and thanks for making it safe for us to talk, but wow, you're being proven right. This is really happening. And I'm like, this is much worse than I'm even saying, okay? This is cut and dry. You must address it for how bad it is and how serious it is, because that's what it is. If an asteroid was coming, and it was 2 million miles out, and it was going to get here in a couple months, and it was the size of Rhode Island, and was going to kill all the life on Earth and create a new ice age, we need to get ships on the gantry, on the launch pad. We need to launch everything we've got with weapons and go out there and nuke the damn thing. Or die trying. Oh, that's fear-mongering. Say a giant asteroid's coming. Again, this is figurative for the New York Times and others. You'll still deceive your people and so limits me seeing, cut me out saying a giant asteroid's coming. It's an analogy. It's an allegory. It's a parable. It's an example. It's a case point. You got this 25-mile wide asteroid coming, okay? It's a couple million miles away. It's going to be here in a few months.
I know.
We could mobilize and stop it, but you've got to admit the damn thing's coming. You got to admit it's going to T-bone right in the middle of the Pacific Ocean with the computer models. They know when it's going to hit. They know the minute it's coming into the atmosphere. We got to stop it.
You think this is a town that can keep a secret?
We are faced with a technological takeover, stealing our ingenuity, stealing our ideas, sequestering it, building a breakaway civilization. It's mopping up Africa, mopping up Latin America, mopping up Asia, mopping up Russia, mopping up the Middle East.
Look out for me.
With destabilization.
Don't look out for
mopping up our families, mopping up our farms, mopping up the Amish.
Trying to blackmail me.
Who?
I don't know.
Ending everything.
He's getting paid though. The guy's smart.
And they write books and they brag and they say the future doesn't need you. It's going to be great. We're going to phase you out. It's going to be a utopia. You're done. And they just walk by like we don't even exist. And then they have these stay-behind networks, these rear-guard actions as they build their breakaway civilization over here on the launch pad right in front of us, 100 times the Manhattan Project in their own words. I'm here going, they're so arrogant they admit this. We're going to do something.
Other than being a man.
To be honest,
and the average man is telling me about fantasy football, and the average woman, you know, is getting their eyelashes done. Fine, I mean, I get it, whatever. Just going on about your life. And I'm sitting here watching these idiots in mainstream media who are going along with the destruction of the planet and their own species, thinking they're on a winning team, reading off teleprompters. When their kids are eating GMO, they're breathing the poison air. Everywhere I turn, people are getting Parkinson's, young people, neurological disorders. We are being murdered. The globalists are on such a demonic power trip that they believe they're going to have this super technology soon with the singularities. They can just do whatever they want, clean up the earth in a flash, whatever, where they don't even care if reactors leak or melt down now. They admit they just have, you know, Mombiot, the Guardian, going, I love radiation, it's good. Ooh. You know, it's like, let them eat cake, slit your wrist, dance around like a psychopath. The people that are running this are under a delusion. They think they know what's going on. They do not know what's going on. And I will assure them, you are not going to get this promised land you've been offered. See, Donald Trump just wants to continue with what we got. Helicopters, jets, hotels, golf courses, beautiful women, his kids, hamburgers. He wants to be dominant. He wants to, you know, but hey, that's not fair, China screwing us. I'll make a better deal, and I'll be a big hero, and oh, that's great. You know, they just know he's a throwback, just an old-fashioned guy that wants to have prosperity. You know, he's an authoritarian. He wants to crack heads of enemies and stuff. That's why they cannot stand him, because they've got something 100 times more twisted, more sophisticated. You know, they look at just strong men in Russia and strong men in America, just guys that want to have a big, prosperous country and have the people love them and want to build something, and, you know, let me tell you what'll explain everything to you. My grandmother, who had, I think it was like a master's in English, I think she went and got her doctorate in it or something, but the point is that she would go from Teague, Texas, on a bullet train when my dad was like 5, 6 years old, to the, I think it was Rice, down in Houston, and because there's photos of her, you know, young and beautiful, getting on the bullet train that looks like one of those trains from the old Superman movies, the old Superman TV shows, you know, faster than a speeding bullet, or powerful than a locomotive. You know, those big, fast bullet trains, big black trains. And that thing would go 120, 130 miles an hour with 100 miles down to Houston, and she'd get down there in less than an hour and come right back. It was an express. And today, trains on that very line don't go above 40 miles an hour because the beds never got fixed, so it'll shake. So in 2016, the freight trains can't go more than 45 miles an hour. And that's why you see, you know, people fall asleep at the switches, or things malfunctioning, or trains flying off the rail beds, because our infrastructure is falling apart, people. They have 300-mile-an-hour trains in Tokyo. They have 280-mile-an-hour trains in France. We have 45-mile-an-hour trains. You see, you know, in the early 1950s, that was the end of innovation, where they, you know, by 1900 had bullet trains going 100 miles an hour. They had trains going 160 miles an hour by the time the decision was made to scrap the railroads in the late 1950s. See, it wasn't about innovation anymore. It wasn't about building something for the people. It was about taking all your resources, hoarding it, so the elites can talk about Mars bases and all this other stuff, and then we get nothing down here. The allegory is Elysium. They're breaking away, not making this the golden fields. but creating their own golden fields, sucked off of us, the ultimate form of siege against the people. And then I've got a report coming up that Aaron McBreen did about how they said there were no tax penalties in the bill and no penalties on Obamacare. And then now, of course, started 3 years ago, the first numbers came in, $1.8 billion in fines of millions of Americans. And the Washington Times says the media wrongly attacked Drudge. No, they didn't have hundreds of newspapers wrongly attack Drudge and InfoWars and others.
But you're still giving up the photos.
They didn't wrongly. They knew it was in the bill. They just lied to people to go ahead and get the thing implemented to rape them.
You know what? He thought that
It's
that
not
wasn't
like
such a bad idea. Looks like
they're
you've been
accidentally
fucking
doing
with
this.
the
They
wrong
want to
cop.
flaunt the FBI director in front of you, Hillary above the law. They want to have on Charlie Rose and the State Department and on C-SPAN all these different government bureaucrats go, man, the public's dumb. We sure are screwing them. Ha, ha, ha. And just laughing. In fact, I'm going to put a compilation laughing. It's always the same demonic laugh of victory, of just, they are our slaves. They are under our servitude. We have won. And these people all look like demons when they're doing it. They all do the same. It's like fake. Like Hillary. It's like, wow, man, these are bad people. They're not like us, okay? And that's what I'm getting at here. If I'm in a restaurant and I see a poor family with a kid who's paralyzed, and the child seems so loving and the parents are trying to feed it, and it's like 18 years old, this child, I sit there and I feel pain and I want to help those people and I feel empathy and psychopaths would call me weak. But no, I'm not weak, I'm strong. That's why I feel all this. I open myself up to it. You people are the opposite. You decided to not care, so now you love it. You love the Hunger guy. You love it. You love it. You love it. You love the death of the earth. You celebrate. You love it. You want World War III. You love it. Out there from the corporate mouthpiece media is that I'm a fear monger, that I'm trying to scare people. And I jump right into that briar patch and I say, absolutely, I'm trying to scare people. Because I'm not scared. Something happens as a male, as a man, if you are a man, and I'm not bragging, it's just, it clicks, is that when you know everybody's in danger, and you know you're right, and you got children especially, something clicks and you don't have fear anymore. You have concern and a duty and a will to face it. And I'm telling you, most men never become men because they don't tap into that and that sense of purpose and that drive. And then all your instincts, your ancestors, God, your spirit, everything turns on. And I know why the average man who may have experienced this a few times doesn't want to experience it, because it's a lot to be a man. It's big. It's old, it's real. And anybody that's a man out there can look at what's going on. And the Armageddon level scenarios that lay out before us, the minefield that we're walking through with our children and our culture and our women, is the most danger this species has ever been. All of my instincts, my spirit, my gut, every bit of it is on a knife's edge right now, crying out, people, wake up, repent, get on your knees, turn this around, don't go down this road, danger, 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 danger. The babies with 3 parents, the chimera mutant creatures, our government openly funding the most satanic, evil jihadis. Obama making jokes about it. Some people say I need to bring in, I can't really do a good Obama imitation like I can Bill Clinton. Here, I'll do Obama in the voice of Clinton. It's the same spirit. Some people think we got to just bring in Christians from Syria. We're not going to do that. That's not fair. We're going to bring everybody in. But what he didn't tell you, that he laughs a little chuckle, is they know full well they let 0.4% in when Syria's 20% Christian or was. I mean, they are not letting Christians out. And I got to sit there and watch him have a little enjoyment. Only time I see Obama when he has any real enjoyment is when Christians are getting killed. And I'm like, what is in that guy? What spirit? And if I've got one complaint, it's that I've got to look at Obama, I got to look at Michael Moore, I got to look at Hillary, I got to look at Michelle, who are all just crazed, power-hungry demons, just looking at everybody like they want to tear everybody apart. I mean, where is the discernment of people? When you look at Hillary, that is a visible demon. Probably the most evil-looking person I've ever seen in my life. I mean, that big Joker face, that plastic face. I mean, and then what she does is the proof of it all. She'll walk around on stage for an hour with her mouth wide open like a
handle all these people, man.
anglerfish. Drunk on power, drunk on the blood of the innocent.
Here,
God deliver us.
he's dead.
Great. I can get rid of these now. I feel like a new
I've got a
man.
bunch of clips here. I want to get
Not
to the State
many people
Department
get a second chance
threatening
like
Russia
this.
with Al-Qaeda
It's
forces.
my redemption.
Your sins are absolved, I
They
guess.
say ISIS, but it's the same thing. And we've got Trump ahead in a bunch of polls. We've got a lot of other important news here. We got the FBI openly admitting what came out in the news last week, that, they were never going to prosecute anybody. And then, they attacked InfoWars, and, they attacked Daily Caller, and, they attacked Drudge and everybody else, because we said, look at this document. The FBI admits they were never going to prosecute anybody. And, shut up, conspiracy theorist. And then it turns out it's all true. Well, it didn't turn out. It always was. We had the FBI document. It was admitted. It came out to Congress. By the way, you see this massive censorship of the media, of nationalists, of patriots, of people that just aren't in the cult of death. Those of us that don't want to blow the planet up. Those of us that don't get mad at our neighbor if they have a bigger swimming pool than us. Those of us that just like prosperity and never get tired of the simple things. Those of us that don't want to grab kids out of, backyards and torture them. People like us. We're not perfect. We just don't want to, murder Christians for no reason. We're just not out to screw everybody over. The bad guys. The Pope took over the Catholic Church. Say what you wanted about the Catholic Church before. It did a lot of good. And in some of its activities. I mean, I just judge by its fruits. And I'm not Catholic. I just study it. But then they come in with the left, through the seminaries, through the Jesuits, and infiltrate it with pedophile groups to then blackmail the church, trick the church into not kicking it out early in the 50s. Take it over, and then officially they admit that the Jesuits, supposed to be the guardians of the church, blackmail it and put the Black Pope in power. That's what they call the head of the Jesuits folks for the news shows. He called him black. But this is amazing. Savage censored as Pope calls journalists terrorists. He said those that engage in conspiracy theories
See you there.
are, quote, deplorable. He's following the same script. Hell, the Jesuits probably wrote the script for Hillary. So a lot of folks, in fact, that's actually what Steve Pachenik is on tomorrow. He's the former head of psychological warfare for the State Department. Oh, he's on today, and other agencies. He was on, 2 weeks ago, when he said, this looks like Jesuit propaganda. Tim Kaine's a Jesuit, and then now you see him with the exact same words. We're terrorists now. What did the UN say in the Washington Post yesterday in their human rights panel that came out that Saudi Arabia and Qatar had? That's funny. It'd be like having Hitler oversee the Nuremberg trials. Or having a fox oversee the hen house. They came out and said, America engaged in terrorism against black people. And so America owes reparations. See, we're terrorists now. Oh, you're starting to see. You're Russian agents. You're terrorists. You're a journalist that points out Obamacare isn't free. You can't keep your doctor. It was written by foreign insurance companies to screw you. There are penalties of $5,000 a year, up to. How do you counter that? Well, you have the supposed religious leader of the biggest single religious sect in the world, Catholicism,
How are you, cousin?
come out and
Good.
tell you that you are a deplorable
Listen,
terrorist. And I have
I
been
received
listed
an email
by
from
name by
She
Hillary
said she'd,
Clinton
sent
as
you
a dark
an email.
heart.
Yes.
You know, I'm
Quite
worried
frankly,
about
king
her.
of the deplorable.
Maybe
You know what I'm
she should
saying?
move here, be with us.
Yeah. Maybe she
See
get
you.
heavily involved in carjacking.
I see you,
And
okay?
spend some time doing hits for the mob.
And
Now
I'm going
we
to tell you
live
why.
here. What have we
I'm
done?
a wicked person.
Where
I mean,
exactly
my good
would your aunt
overbalances,
fit
and I love
into this
God, I go with
lifestyle?
God, but
It
I've
was
always
just an idea. I thought maybe she'd
been
find
able to
America
just
exciting.
Yes.
read the
she
wicked's
loves crack
handwriting better
dealers.
than they can read.
Don't you remember how she couldn't move back on her farm because of all the heroin
And now there's no
dealers
need
and
to
the
even be able to
coke
read
whores
their
and the arms
handwriting. It's running the
smugglers?
world.
She
I
would
mean,
love
this,
it here.
this is a nice
know,
taste of a
I
devil-run
love your
planet
mother.
right here, baby.
There's just one thing I can never figure out about her. One terrible
And I
black mark
know
against
the energies these people
What?
have given
her. How
into.
she raised such a freak of a
And
son.
I know where they take it.
Very funny.
I know. I think it's pretty funny.
I haven't gone too far down the rabbit hole, but I've gone further than most that didn't
Nico,
succumb
I
to it.
could
Let me tell
suck
you.
a Bleederburger dry. This
I
is
know
my
what goes
favorite.
on inside their heads. It's a roar.
Those are the best burgers in
Like
Liberty City.
1,000
I
jet
promise you this,
engines.
cousin. You
And
mind
it wants
driving
to
your Italian
kill
cousin home?
this planet.
Thank you.
They're hired in the kite, folks. On pit of hell, satanic rage. And they want to kill you and your family. And they want to first mutate every plant, every animal, and have disease and pain and suffering, and keep you alive through excruciating pain, and milk it, and imprison as many people as they can, and just absolutely just mutilate and vandalize God's creation. In the words of the cartoon version of Age Screams, I want to, you know what, all over the Western world. And in the empty, soulless mind of Carl the Cuck, oh yeah, that's great. Because they're big game hunters, folks. They can mount America's head on the wall and teach us to be the engine of evil. What it was Bismarck said. Bismarck said, God loves.
The Barrack boys taking over your town, assholes!
God loves and gives providence to children, drunks, and the United States of America. Check me on that. I think that's Bismarck. Is providence the quote, God loves children, drunks, the United States of America. It's Bismarck. Pull it up for me, please. The unified Germany.
Thanks!
God did love the United States of America because of the providence, because of the reason it was founded. And look how great it's been, look how special it's been. And now we've been captured and used to build this satanic kingdom. And now it intends to rise above the nation states and lay all the other nation states down low below it. Tear everything apart and reconstruct the rubble in a new planet. That's what the high-level initiates believe they're going to get. But if they took one look into the energy force that's behind them, they would know this isn't
What's good?
creative
Later,
destruction.
Nico. Give me a call sometime, okay?
Because the devil is never a maker. The devil is a betrayer and a taker. I want to go to break. Speaking of the devil being a taker and a betrayer, Obama looking to that poor black woman in Florida who said, I've got a car, we live in the car, we try to shower at the YMCA, but we just like a little house, and I work a couple jobs, but it just doesn't pay for it. So that's how they've set up the society now.
Hey, where you going,
So you have to
man?
go to the government unless you break
Back in the
through with the middle
1970s,
class.
They proved that flowers could
And she goes,
be
we're going to help you.
sexual
We're going to get you
by
that
having
car.
sex
I mean,
with them.
we're going to get you that
Then
house.
in 1987,
2 years later, she didn't have
wowed
anything.
America
And
with
local
their
patriot
coffee
Christian
table
conservatives got the lady a house, and now she's doing well.
anorexic and the gimp in
Got out of the
Wonderland.
poverty
And
cycle.
it's been non-stop incredulity.
Think of the
ever
PR
since.
stuff. Some
Now
rich
it's
California
middle-aged
donors that would come and help that poor old black lady. They don't want more people knocking on that door. They don't
Here
want to
we go,
help
man.
you. They want to
Just
keep
up the
you
line.
down. George Soros only picks cases of rightful police shootings. so that he can cause a riot, cause division, and then create massive racism against black people and scapegoat them for what's happening, at the same time as scapegoating the cops and local government. See, just like Hillary, and the emails came out, we knew this at the time from our sources, the Chicago police, that they would send people in, bus them in, but it was Hillary paid for, it was Move On paid for, George Soros paid for, that group. They'd send the buses in, they'd give them all Bernie shirts. And most of the Democrats were so dumb, and they were getting paid $50 a day plus lunch, and I'm told it's more pay now. There's folks bitching on tape about how low the pay is, and they tell them, they go typecast, find folks that are angry, they give them a Bernie shirt, they think they're even with the Bernie campaign. They don't check, move on, oh, that's with Bernie. Don't know. White, black, you name it. Just angry, thugs. They dump them out, let's go fight the racist. They go attack the Trump people. The media claims Trump did it. This is full spectrum dominance. This is an example. But then Trump then comes out and blames Sanders and the media. So Sanders gets hurt in the eyes of Democrats, her competitor. Trump gets hurt in the general eyes of everybody and in the eyes of Hillary supporters, driving everyone to Hillary. Now, that is a checkers level move. The public can't get that. We have the proof. They're beyond chess. They're 3 level, folks, and you've got to be able to just project into it and then see their algorithms, see their changes, see their moves, and then the whole picture comes into frame. So quite frankly, usually when I'm here covering one article or this, my brain's over here thinking about the larger picture, just wanting to come and give you the larger picture and just say, look, you've seen enough evidence. I mean, look, here's the Pope today saying, go after the free press. I mean, here, more hacked emails from Soros, how to defend radical Muslims and keep the borders open and demonize, quote, anybody that's Islamophobic. I'm going to come back from break and play this Darren McBreen piece. I'm talking about devilish betrayal. Knowing that it would put, just what we estimated, economists estimated, 35 million people or more, I haven't checked in a year or so, have gone from full-time employment to part-time under Obamacare and then lost any benefits they had. And by the way, employers want to pay people more. They want to find the really good employees. They want you to then be taken care of and want to stay there and then help find other people. So once you get kicked out of full-time, you're never even seen as somebody that works there. So now upward mobility has been 35 million people like that went to part-time. You didn't get Obamacare. The prices of health care have more than doubled. That's on average. It's gone up even more for a lot of people. And there's penalties. And they sit up there and they look at you and they go, it's a lie. The same guy that thinks there's giant wasp under the UN building, Alex Jones, says that you can't keep your doctor and that there's death panels. And then she sits there with that little chicken neck and that short haircut and smacks her lips with her glassy eyes. He goes, see, he's crazy. He's crazy. We have to find that clip. They say Obama's going to rip you off. And there's death panels and there's penalties in the IRS. This is what goes on in the delusional mind of right-wing crazies. And she knows full well it's in there, but she's betraying you. Imagine how cold it is in those offices with a bunch of vampires all act fake and all henpeck each other on who's more liberal, and that's not the proper language. They're the most unhappy people on earth. Oh, my God. Thank God we're not these people. I mean, I'm sorry. They're just pure evil. And then the penalties start kicking in. We're paying them right now because most of my crew doesn't even want Obamacare. And they just say, it doesn't exist. You're dehumanized. You never existed. I have employees walk to me and go, yeah, I guess we might as well get Obamacare because even though I didn't get the right insurance, they're hitting me with $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. And I go, doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. Slap you in the face. Doesn't exist. That's the insult. They sit there and they always lecture. They're not using the right words, blah, blah, blah. You need to use the right words. Listen, I need to plug. I need to not skip breaks. I need to fund this operation. We have free shipping in the store that ends today. We have the new probiotic that we believe is the best probiotic out there. Biome Defense, 23 active strains, 50 billion. Live and active cultures, InfoWarsLive.com. I'm not going to belabor this. You know this message is important. you know that the gut is under attack, and you know we don't ever BS anybody. This is a high-quality product, and it funds our operation. InfoWarsLive.com. Stay with us. Here's Darren McBreen's report on the tax that Obama promised wasn't in the bill. And the media lied and said that it didn't exist, even though it did exist. That's how dumb they think we are.
We will start by reducing premiums by as much as $2,500 per family. A system where we're going to work with your employers to lower your premiums by up to $2,500 per family per year. Here's what changes, saying to people who already have health insurance and the employers who are providing it, we'll work to lower your premiums by up to $2,500 per family per year. I also have a health care plan that would save the average family $2,500 on their premiums. And if you already have health care, then we're going to reduce costs an average of $2,500 per family on premiums. It's time to bring down the typical family premium by $2,500. It's time to bring down the costs for the entire country. And we'll cut the cost of a typical family's health care by up to $2,500 per year.
Well, internet pioneer Matt Drudge created a firestorm over the weekend, tweeting, "Just paid the Obamacare penalty for not getting covered. I'm calling it a liberty tax."
But a White House representative firing back, tweeting, "Flat lie, no fee for previous years." Scary how much influence he once had.
The Obama administration and the liberal media have told us again and again and again that there is no individual mandate that requires us to buy health insurance. If you don't want it, you don't have to buy it, right? But when tax season comes around, you better be ready to pay the price big time. And that's because if you don't have health insurance, there is a stiff penalty.
Americans who don't buy health care coverage will face a heftier fine in 2016.
There are 10.5 million uninsured Americans eligible for coverage under the Affordable Care Act. But the Obama administration expects only a quarter will sign up this year, even though those that don't could pay a higher penalty in their taxes.
That's almost a 50% jump from the $661 fine for this year, according to the Kaiser Family Foundation. It's even worse for those who don't qualify for financial aid to buy Obamacare plans. They'll pay an average of $1,450 in 2016.
Now, new data from the IRS reveals that in 2014, over 8 million Americans paid a staggering $1.7 billion in Obamacare penalties. And we know that that number is expected to be even higher, much higher in 2015, 2016, and beyond. So let me get this straight. Obamacare was passed because people couldn't afford health insurance. But now, because of Obamacare, people are being heavily fined because they can't afford health insurance.
Premiums are up, and some people have decided they're not so affordable.
Premiums have also increased. The cost of a mid-level plan is up an average of 7.5%.
Way more than that.
It's due in part because a number of companies have left the marketplace. Fewer insurers means less competition.
No, actually, I didn't know the penalty was that high.
And if you own a business, chances are you too are getting effed over by Obamacare.
First, the employer mandate, as you mentioned, kicks in for companies with 100 or more people, and some of them are going to decide this may not be worth the cost. But even those with the 50 to 99 people are going to have to make very detailed monthly statements in terms of getting ready for this thing. And the companies with under 50 people are going to have some surprises. For example, if you own 2 small businesses, the federal government combines those. So you may be picked up by this even if you don't realize it yet.
However, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and his name is Donald Trump. And his plan for health care reform is easily accessible on his website, donaldtrump.com. It's all laid out in plain English for everyone to see. Economic and financial experts agree that it's a rock-solid plan to repeal the incredible economic burden of Obamacare once and for all.
What's your plan for Obamacare?
Obamacare is going to be repealed and replaced.
I'm Darren McBreen, and you can watch more reports right now at Infowars.com.
Great job, Darren. Hour number 2 is only 70 seconds away. And again, the only other part that didn't get added is this massively increases the price of health care overall. By the way, this came out a few weeks ago, and I haven't really covered it yet, just because I don't see a person that's actually dedicates most of their time to trying to destroy me. I mean, he's obsessed with me probably more than anybody else but Drudge or Trump. And that's Mr. Brock over at Media Matters, former transition chief for Obama, who is over there heading up things. I mean, I have a blind spot. I mean, I don't really just care about, you know, the one particular spider. I want to get the whole nest. But it's been pointed out to me by folks in the office and others, why aren't you covering this David Brock thing? Well, we've now had time to research it deeply, and it's worse than what was even being reported. Clinton shill David Brock caught laundering money is the headline. Media Matters founder exposed. Pretty hardcore, and it's very accurate. Owen Schroyer, latest edition of the Infowars.com. A blessing to have him here. He's doing a great job. He really augments and fits in nice to the rest of the crew. He's going to be joining us at the bottom of the hour. We have a special report on that. But this is just like the Clinton Foundation or the Global Clinton Initiative or any of it. This is a criminal enterprise. And they violate the laws on, quote, tax-exempt groups, but that's only the surface of it. I remember the memo that came out 5 years ago in Politico where they said we're going to infiltrate right-wing alternative media. We're going to bring them down. And you've seen that with Fox News. And I mean, they're not playing games. And I love the little fake, pretentious, you know, hair that sticks up, you know, 8 inches above his head and all hairsprayed, you know, to make it look like he's got some giant brain. I mean, why not just wear a big alien skull cap like your Mars attacks? I mean, these people are all such delicate geniuses, but you actually try to have a conversation with them, they're just a bunch of rats. They're not even good at propaganda. I mean, I can tell you right now, these people are a joke. The Daily Beast even asked, can anyone ever truly trust David Brock? See, they're getting ready to flush that little floater.
We're broadcasting live from the streets of Liberty City.
That floater is
live radio anymore. Nobody.
You know, I think they might carve him off and throw him to the wolves. He just has that look about him, doesn't he? There's got to be some treats, you know, after all this. Whether Hillary loses or wins or steals it, there's going to have to be some treats. The American snacks, the American people want to see somebody burn for all this corruption. It just popped in my head, popped in my gut, just popped into my spirit. And I think the expiration date on old Rocky Boy is just about up. And I don't say that with pleasure. That's why I hadn't been on my radar screen. Lie about me, twist, attack me on a daily basis. And again, Media Matters doesn't have a lot of traffic. It's a small news site, you know, talking point memo from the White House and the Clintons, and Soros admittedly funds it, and out of that nest. But then it's regurgitated on what's left of the cable news system. I mean, word for word. In fact, we saw the propaganda that Roger Stone's a Russian spy and all this stuff yesterday on C-SPAN with the FBI director being asked by Adler. And I'm not attacking fat people. I've been fat before. But, you know, it's like Roger Stone said, if he says I'm involved in treason, I'm going to sue his fat ass. You got to wonder how Adler is so old and still alive. Because if you see him walking around, folks, looks like he weighs 600 pounds. And I'm not attacking him for being fat. I'm just saying it's weird. Like the good die young. And he's threatening Adler. No, I'm not. I'm asking, how on earth can you, like, have somebody like my dad's dad, who was like a Golden Gloves boxing champion, like 6'4", and looked like a movie star and was pretty damn healthy and went on, 10-mile walks almost every day, and his whole aorta blew up out of the top of his heart. I guess it's just genetic. But then you can have somebody like Adler just waddling around for decades in Congress, spewing BS, saying that Roger Stone's a Russian agent because he dares criticize globalists that have taken over this country. And it's like, look, get back in your McDonald's commercials is the, grimace. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Again, we're into the second hour of the worldwide broadcast. We have Mr. Schroyer joining us, our great reporter, who has broken down the admitted crimes of the White House operative David Brock. So that is coming up at the bottom of the hour. It's just important to study the criminal organization and to look at this key capo who has the hair of a sycophant twit, and who has the demeanor of a scallywag, and who has the political acumen of a pirate. And I want to be clear. Pirates think, like cancer raging through the body, that just because they can rob, steal, and destroy and sow chaos, they're geniuses. No, it's easy to burn a house down. It's hard to build one. It's easy to grab a kid out of their backyard and put them in your van and drive them off so the Saudis can have their way with them. It's hard to have a child and raise it and be loving. It's easy to sell crack on the side of the street corner. It's hard to build a civilization that has streets. And these people are pirates. They're looting everything, and they have the same dishonor that you would expect you see in grave robbers. But at least a grave robber's got the decency to wait till you've been dead 100 years or so before they pull the rings off your fingers. They're doing it broad daylight. And I go back to what I said last hour, because I've been thinking about everything we look at. Obamacare really is the greatest example of it. Everyone I know has seen their premiums go up 50% to 100% to 150%. Who it really hit was my parents, who might use their insurance once every 10 years. I think my mother hadn't used hers in like 20 years. It was ridiculous. And as soon as Obamacare passed 3 years ago, my dad got a letter. It was 30-something%. Another letter a few months later, another 20%. They know how to do it. I mean, now it's like 200%. So he went out and tried to find insurance and couldn't get anything that wasn't basically 100% what he was paying previously. Same here. I had insurance through GCN going back 18, 19 years, and Ted said, I can't afford it anymore, getting rid of the pool. I went out to look for my own insurance. It was about double. I don't use my insurance either. And then you turn on the news and they say, it's not going up, everything's free, it's wonderful. Then you can keep your doctor, on and on and on. And then I sit here, and I go around for years and I say, do people want health insurance here? Do you want me to go in, have a group plan, I pitch in, you pitch in? Both will say, no, my wife's got it, my husband's got it, or I'm going to wing it, or no, I don't want it. Now, it's fully in place, folks, and I'll be charged $5,000 per employee.
See you soon.
And they'll be charged, too, if they at least don't opt out of the health plan. And remember, most of these insurance companies are foreign. We've never had a tax. That's what we had. The Revolutionary War was over foreign taxes and things like that to a foreign power. You know, the globalism of that age, colonialism. That's all globalism is a new form of corporate colonialism. And then I was talking to, again, crew members here in the office, where the first fine was, you know, $1,000, then $3,000, and then now it's, $5,000. Oh, because, you know, you make a decent, middle-class wage. That's a lower middle-class wage. We're going to take $5,000 from you. Because, see, they don't recognize most of these other cobbled-together health plans you can get that are pretty decent. They don't recognize. It's big insurance companies wrote this to make you get it from them.
You want to get something to eat?
And then when they're done making money off of it a few years, they're just going to turn loose and then deny the whole thing, watch it collapse, and go to single payer. And then it'll make prices go up even more. There'll be 2 or 3 big companies left standing. That's the amended plan. And then you've got to go to them. And Rahm Emanuel's brother, one of the architects of it, we got to find that clip. It's Rahm Emanuel's brother admits Obamacare meant to create single payer. Author of Obamacare admits plan is meant to create single payer. It's Fox News. I think it's like Cavuto 3 years ago. He's on there in person and says, of course it's meant to bankrupt it and go to single payer. But it isn't even Cloward and Piven to make it socialist, which would be bad enough, except for state-run health care. You gotta go with innovation and choice. It's big foreign corporations corporations making you get it from them. I mean, that's so unconstitutional. That's so discriminatory. That's so, I call it a tax. Oh, you're a tool for a tax. And then the Supreme Court says, oh, Congress has the power to tax.
8 Central on CCC.
But not enough constitutional tax. And as soon as Obama let thousands of big companies opt out of Obamacare, the minute they did that, because it's an unfair weights and measures. It's discrimination on the face. But we only think of discrimination if, you know, you're black or you're white or the KKK burned a cross in your yard. The big, massive discrimination is all of us having our privacy violated, all of us having to pay for illegal aliens, all of, including illegals that are already here getting killed by illegals, all of us having a ruling class that's above the law that has bodyguards, taxpayers paid for, and then we can't have guns in many areas they control. So, I mean, to me, I know that clip's easy to find. You guys can't find it, so we didn't find it yesterday. Go ask the other side about it. Ask Paul Watson, because he's always the best to find. You guys are great, too. I really don't think so. People say, oh, he just made that up. They never admitted it was just bankrupt everything. They never admitted it was just making a single pair. Yeah, they did. But you don't believe Gruber got up on different TV shows and said, thank God the public has no attention span. It's so stupid. You know, I was hired to hide the fact we're going to double and triple prices. And he does that Judge Schmel's laugh that we got Charlie Rose yesterday. We played it from 2 days ago, from Tuesday, bragging. I love that line we wrote as speechwriters about, if you like your doctor, you can keep.
Yeah, let's go.
We caught him good. Or the State Department spokesman, where the paragon of justice and truth. And let me tell you another good one. Remember Gibbs, former press secretary, was like, yeah, the drone program was public for years. It's all over the news. It's admitted. And I'm told to go on TV and say it doesn't exist. And then the anchors all laugh. It's fun to rub your nose in it. It's fun to do that for you. It's fun. It's fun to have the Pope come out today, Infowars.com, and say that any journalist that engage in conspiracy theories, well, conspiracy theories are terrorists. Conspiracy theorists are terrorists. Next level. All right, I'm going to come back and actually get to the State Department news where they're threatening to launch terror attacks inside Russia. And, of course, the State Department's also come out and said in writing, and so is NATO, that they will launch military physical attacks if they think from the territory of Russia or any of its allies cyber attacks come. And that was first in writing. People didn't believe it 6 months ago. We covered it. Then they came out about a month ago and said it on the news. Samantha Power is another. So we have the official press briefing saying, oh, if you don't get out of Syria, terrorists are going to hit you. We're going to break that down. Before I go any further, we have store-wide free shipping that will end today. The sale of Supermail and others has ended, but store-wide free shipping ends tonight at InfoWarsStore.com. And I want to thank you all for your support. We now have the new amazing probiotic. Your front line of defense has arrived. The very best probiotic that we believe has been produced. They have some that people get from medical facilities and things that are $200, $300, $400. Maybe those are better. I don't know. This is what they do in Europe. This is the cutting edge. Took us 7 years. Again, I was with the group 5 years ago, but he was working on it for 2 years. Very, very, very neurotically, almost like Tesla, but, in a good way, to come up with this. It's InfoWarsLive.com. It's $68. It's refrigerated. It's shipped to us from the factory refrigerated. It's refrigerated here. We ship it to you with an ice pack. It doesn't lose a lot of it, he says, if it gets hot, but it keeps its maximum strength if you do keep it in the refrigerator. That's recommended. InfoWarsLive.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. You can always get free shipping when you sign up for auto-ship. Sign up for 14 days, 30 days, 60, 90. And then, for stuff that's perishable or stuff that you use, stuff that, obviously you need to buy on a routine basis, like our Wake Up America coffee or vitamin B12, lung cleanse, or DNA Force. There's no reviews yet for the new Biome Defense Probiotic from InfoWarsLive.com. And that's because obviously just started shipping out yesterday. Got in last week in the refrigerated area, started shipping out yesterday. InfoWarsLive.com, 50 billion live and active cultures, 23 probiotic strains, InfoWarsLive.com, InfoWarsStore.com is again the umbrella site. And don't forget the new free app, InfoWars Live, with video feeds and more at InfoWars.com/app. And spread the word about the app. That's the info.
But I'm over
I've got several articles here in front of me that illustrate the corruption we're talking about and that any Bernie Sanders class envy type person.
I'm engaged.
Hey, congratulations.
Hey, I owe you, man. I mean, I was a dick, but I'm making up for it. I was a loud-mouthed dick, and I apologize.
Hey, apology accepted. Don't worry about it.
Listen, I gotta go pay off one of my dealers. Make things right. Would you come with me? I hate to ask, but I'm afraid the temptation might get to me. Please.
Sure.
Awesome. I need a vehicle. They're over on Onion, just off Asparagus Avenue. He said this is something I gotta do without him. Thanks for helping me, dude.
Do not mention it.
This is step number 9 in the program. I'm making amends to all those I harmed. Expensive process.
Could be.
That said, it's a lot harder to ask people to write off the emotional debts than the financial ones. My problem hurt a lot of people. That's them. Do you mind waiting here?
You're pretty dumb for a banker. You forgot about interest, bitch.
Trust the higher power. Trust the HP.
You ain't fucking with me. You here to make friends too?
I've got...
Yo, hold up.
I don't want this to get really ugly.
Thanks, dude. I'm glad you were here for me. Take me back to my place on Wappinger?
Are you upset that you couldn't make amends?
Step 9's a tough one. Not everyone wants you to get better. I'll talk about it in group. You have to have the serenity to accept the things you cannot change, the courage to change the things you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Right, dude? Doesn't that make sense? I just can't always live it.
That is a healthy attitude.
Thanks for everything. Here's a token of my gratitude. Stay safe.
Nico, you are back to Lagan?
That's right. Thank you. car, we need to buy some guns. Thanks, Jacob. I appreciate that.
Son of a bitch!
This car.
All I'm saying is that we'll all be judged in the end. All of your brothers. And you, Patrick. And you, Kate.
Who's gonna judge Kate? What would she win if they did? Virgin of the Year?
I'm thinking maybe you can catch VD for both
Fuck
of us,
you,
Patrick.
Katie.
Language.
Sorry, Ma. Oh, there he is. Mr. fucking Crazy Man. You want a beer?
No.
Good, because I ain't fucking got none.
Very funny. Maybe if being a drunkard doesn't work out, you can be a comedian.
Fuck off. And you, Kate, fuck off out of here.
But aren't you going to introduce us?
Sure. This is Nico, some drug-dealing to fucking degenerate from some armpit in Eastern Europe. That's my ma.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
And this is my sister. Lovely lass, scared to bits of life. And fucking off out of here right now before I throw a fucking bottle at her.
Patrick.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise. See you around.
Bye.
What a girl. I think she likes you. Word to the wise, though, she don't put out. Which is convenient, because if she did, I'd have to kill you.
Understood.
Good lad. You got any drugs on you, boy?
No.
Shit. Well, probably a good thing. We got some business to take care of. Come on. We've got business out at the docks in Algonquin. Where's your car, man? We need a car. Okay, there's a ship coming in and we're the welcoming party.
Who are we welcoming, and what have they got that makes this drive worth the effort?
We're welcoming some of our cousins from the east, but we don't know what it is that they're bringing in. Exactly. All we know is that it's worth $1 or two. My brother Gerald had word about it through this Italian, Ray Bacino. He gave us the heads up in exchange for a cut of the haul.
What makes you think that the information is legit?
First off, I don't trust this guinea for a second. We wouldn't be working for him if our family still had the same status it did back in the day. But that's another story.
Am I going to hear this story?
Anyone who hangs around my family hears about the old days. Just wait. Oh yeah, Ray Bacino's a slimy motherfucker. The one thing you can rely on him for is greed. I'm too small time to be worth setting up, so the one angle he could be playing is the cash one.
Makes sense.
Yeah, he'll probably try to give us a fraction of whatever this stuff's worth, but it'll be a fun night.
Depends on what you think is fun.
Stealing, gunfire, car chases, all the usual stuff.
Usual for you and me, baby. General population, I'm not so sure.
General population? That's a prison term. You ever been inside?
Not in this country. In Europe. That will take safety. Not so much of the fun in the shower that you guys have here in America.
Must have been a real disappointment. Bet a guy like you thought he was gonna be real popular with the lifers. Did no one pay you any attention?
As I said, the whole prison bitch thing is an American phenomenon. It don't happen on the other side of the ocean.
Well, you gotta do some time over trails.
I'm going to Paris someday. Send me a postcard if you do some time.
Will do. Might even put you on the visitors list.
I'd be fucking tough.
You'd be touched if you did some time, that's for sure.
They would see if they'd be able to touch me. I got some moves.
You're a good man, Nico. I like you. Not in a fun in the showers kind of way, you know? A male bonding, about to go rob some people kind of way.
I think I know what you're saying.
All right, here we are.
What's the plan?
We get up on the roof of that warehouse. There should be a good view of the dock so we can scope that shit out. Follow me, Nico. Stick to me, man!
Why don't they make these places easier to break into?
Hurry up, you bastard! What's the problem?
I'll get here on my own time.
This is where the deal's meant to be going down. And here's the boat, right on time. See those boxes on the back of the boat? They must be bringing clone meds.
Meds?
Yeah, stuff that'll stop housewives cutting their wrists and make their husbands get wood. Meds. Molly, sedatives, antidepressants, meds.
Okay, how do we do it?
We'll wait until the truck is loaded, then we'll take it. Simple as that. I'll cover you from up here while you're down on the ground cleaning up.
These better be some good fucking pills. The housewives better be grateful.
You gotta jump down there to get at him, man. Here we go! I'm gonna do you! Get out of my way! Come on! Don't fuck with me! Screw you! Having a good day! All right, Nico, you drive. I'll take out anyone who tries to follow us. We're going up to Ray's lockup in Westminster off of Union Drive West. Backed up a long time ago! They're taking this real serious, aren't they? They do not like to be robbed, I guess. Not many people do. That's a lesson I've learned. Gino said it easy. You think I enjoy a good run? What is it? Don't get up! Is it Chinese New Year already? There's a box of grenades. Pass some up, hey. Identifications are on file. You ain't no fucking match for me! You like? I smacked a lot bigger assholes than you. For real. Come the police!
That's unit from Westminster.
We got cops in the vicinity, Nico.
Suspect northbound in a gray truck.
stuff all in there?
Sure is. All safe and sound. Whole truckload of it.
Well, the wives and mistresses are gonna be happy when their men get a hold of those, huh? Whole city's gonna be hard in a few days' time. Who's this?
That's my boy Nico. He's an absolute savior. Couldn't have done it without him.
Nico! Come over here. You work for these Mick bastards.
Fucking guinea.
I work for whoever's paying.
I might give you a call sometime. Get in, Packy.
Hey, I'll catch you around, man.
Jacob, I need to get a hold of a weapon. Can you help me?
Yo, me there advance to the ice and a link up there.
Strip club sounds good. I'll pick you up in next hour.
Okay, man. I will see you soon then.
Well, go on, Nico. How's it going? And I got enough guns in my youth. There be an explosion! Later, Mayo. Call me and think.
I'm not a fighter!
Get out of your car! Over to the side of the road! Suspect southbound, the dam.
work and he's a good guy. You're not planning on taking him down, are you? Lay off him. For me.
I'm not planning on taking him down. He's my damn brother, you idiot.
Mackie McCreary, Francis McCreary. It's all starting to make sense. I knew Irish families were big, but I didn't expect to run into brothers in a place the size of Liberty City.
Yeah, just thank the Lord you ran into Packy and not my other
Pull over to the side of the road. UCPD, go. Dispatch unit from Middle Park.
To keep your cousin waiting. Well, we go now. What do you think about America, Nico? Tell me straight. You love it, no?
I don't know, Roman. It is the same as any other place, only louder. People don't know how to shut up here.
I bet you would like to teach. Cousin, but you can't. Or at least you can't teach everyone. Really, you don't like it? The lights, the titties, the food, the opportunities? Come on, Nico, it's kind of incredible.
It's stupid. Everything is just advertising with nothing to back it up. They tell you you're eating the best burger ever, and you believe it until you're sweating out all the chemicals in it, and the hormones are making your balls feel fine.
My balls feel fine, but I did notice my man tits getting larger when I was eating a Cluckenbell every day.
Everything else is fake food. The titties aren't real, and the opportunities aren't opportunities at all. To seize them, you end up in so much debt that you'll be a slave for the rest of your life.
I cannot believe what you were saying. Do you seriously mean that you don't like fake titties, cousin?
Serious.
Fuck you!
Yards.
Will you get out of there? Ah!
Left. Then immediately left.
Have a nice
Why don't you just watch where you're going?
make a U-turn where safe. Please proceed to highlighted route.
Jesus!
Please make a U-turn where safe.
Bullshit.
In 100 yards. Turn right. You have arrived.
Oh, cousin, I salivate at the thought of all the naked flesh in there. Let's go. Please, have a drink on the house.
Oh, you look lonely, baby. Can I dance for you? Right over here, honey pie.
You want to be my Hello? Baby? I love this country.
Shit. Are those real?
I bet you want to touch these, huh?
Man, I like that.
Oh, yeah. This is turning me on. Is it turning you on?
They don't build them like this back home.
Phew. You got me really worked up there, sweetie. Oh, you look like a really bad man. Oh.
This place is going to be expensive for me.
Oh. I like you watching me.
Shit, the stuff I would do to you.
Oh, if they weren't watching, I'd let you touch me.
Are there cameras in this room?
Hell, I'm...
Work that ass, baby.
Oh, I'm getting really turned on.
Is this shit legal?
If they weren't watching, I'd do this for free for you.
People back home won't believe you do this.
You look real strong.
You two are close, ain't you?
Do you like this, huh, sweetie?
Are you like, sisters or cousins or something?
Come again soon.
I am a lucky man to be the meat in this sandwich.
Yo, get your honey over here.
Hi there.
Can we get out of here?
Okay, man. My bad. Nico, I love that place. It's hard to believe that men cannot live on titties alone. Let us go now, cousin. Take me home.
Please make a U-turn where safe. In 20 yards, turn right.
Gas is too hot for this shit.
Turn right. Turn left.
Fuck
Please
you!
proceed to highlighted route. Turn left.
What a one!
Forgive me, lady.
Don't put your hands on me! I might be old, but my legs still work.
In 50 yards, turn right. Turn left. In 100 yards, turn right.
It's working for a living.
Turn left, then immediately right. Turn right.
Damn you!
Turn left.
Eat my tape! Wow! Like on TV!
In 100 yards, turn right. In 100 yards, turn right. You have arrived.
Call me, cousin. I'll see you soon. I need that car back!
Bad idea.
¿Qué coño haces? Move that shit!
Someone's gonna get hurt in a minute.
Please make a U-turn where safe. In 200 yards, turn left. In 1 mile, turn left, then immediately left.
You want to live?
I have so much to do.
I need your car, mister.
Just one man flapjack!
Have a nice day.
What the fuck did you do? Come on, I got a hot lady waiting.
You have arrived.
Sorry. So the plan was they were gonna hide the diamonds in the Queen's ass.
Oh, hey, Nico.
Hey, Kate.
Get your fucking hands off my fucking sister, boy.
We're talking, not having casual sex, Patrick. I pray after the amount of practice you've had, you'd know the difference.
Sure, I know the difference. One leaves you feeling sad and empty and alone, and the other's casual sex.
And I'm quite sure you and Mr. Nico here will have fun on your play date. Hey! Coming, Ma! You boys play nice now.
For sure.
Hey! Okay!
Oh, we're gonna play real nice. They're clean as a fucking whistle. One previous owner, safely driven, ready for action. We got an opportunity, my boy.
Yep, fortune favors the brave.
Gotta make hay while the sun shines.
So is you down, boy? Or is you out?
Down for what?
Down for robbing a thief.
Robin Hood.
Exactly, Robin fucking Hood.
Who are you going to rob?
The fucking mafia, boy.
Is the money good? What's the risk?
Well, the risk is we all die a very slow and painful death. And the money is good, very good indeed.
So you in, big guy? Or we're gonna have to kill you.
Well, since you put it that way, I mean...
Right.
Good.
All right, all right.
Let's
yeah,
go.
let's do this.
Can you get us a car, man? I'm afraid these two idiots can't drive for shit. Fuck you, Packy.
Yeah, fuck you.
You have arrived.
Take us out to the waste management plant under the Algonquin Bridge on Colony Island, big man.
Calculating route. Please make a U-turn where safe.
A mafia-controlled waste management plant?
You fucking guessed it. It's an Ancelotti operation. Ray tipped us off about a big payoff they just got. A fat cash payoff.
Enchiladas, huh? I can't tell none of those Block families apart. Enchiladas, Campinos, Pecorinos.
It's the fucking Pegorinos, man. We're working for them. Pecorino's a type of cheese. Pegorinos is a bunch of Guido gangsters out of Alderney.
They're all mafia, though?
Of course they are. Cosa Nostra and all that shit. Our family used to be bigger than all them mafia families put together. Back in the day, that is.
Not this shit again. I heard this speech a million times. McCreary's ran the city. People were scared to say their name, let alone come near their place in purgatory. Life was great. We were in charge.
It's fucking true. I'd like to hear you tell Gerald that it's a boring story. My brother wouldn't take too kindly to that now, would he? You know the purgatory is called what it is because people were so scared of the McCrearys? Did you know that, Nico?
It's called that because people found McCreary's stories so fucking boring. Listening to them was like being in purgatory.
Fuck you, Gordon. I'll fucking come back there and kick your fucking ass in a minute.
I hear that Francis McCreary is your brother.
Fucking Frankie, my brother. He may have a badge, but I tell you for a fact, he's as crooked as the rest of us McCrearys. More so. At least we ain't fucking hypocrites. Kate's the only decent one.
I can believe that.
You know Frankie, do you? I got a story for you if you do.
Another fucking story.
Shut up, Gordon. So, Nico, when Francis and Gerald was growing up, Frankie becomes an altar boy. He swears to this day that he wanted to serve the Lord. Jerry knows the truth, though. He only put on that cassock so he could pocket the change in the collection plate. Fact. That's Francis, down to a fucking T. I don't even know if he realizes what a crook he is.
That sounds like the Francis McCreary I met.
I bet. Model community leader, my ass.
You're just worried he'll start clamping down on you. Ain't you, Packy?
I'd like to see him try it. Not gonna happen with the things Jerry knows.
That was not my fault. No way. What the fuck?
Boys, moment of fucking truth.
Subject northbound.
Jesus Christ!
Ray, the dance.
You have arrived.
All right, boys. If Ray is correct, then the money's going to be kept in the office in the main building. And there should be a boat docked out back for the getaway. All right, it's up and over the fence. Nico, stick fucking close to me.
Back unit from Fish Market North.
I'm gonna plant this son of a bitch!
Required, North Colony Island.
Taking one down.
Jesus!
Hey, baby! I'll go get the money. Cover me, will you?
Goodbye, boyo.
Assistance required,
Get behind something!
Put the gun down!
Taking one down. Something in my sights.
Okay, kids, I got the cash. Shit! Looks like we're not the only ones there. I'm the back.
I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay.
Try to keep the money dry, won't ya? I don't know how my bookie's gonna be about wet nose. Hello.
Keep me covered!
Swimming for it, eh?
Sure, my boy. There's the boat just out there. I'll race you.
Okay! Right here! Everyone down! Everyone down!
Can you drive a boat? You got to this fine country in a boat, didn't you, Nico?
That don't mean I can drive one. Fuck it, though. I'll give it a...
We are literally saving communities out there. In the old days, it was all about fishing.
That was fucking beautiful. We did ourselves proud. My brother Jerry's gonna be fucking ecstatic.
Providing the enchiladas don't figure out it was us, they ripped them off.
But don't fucking worry about it. This figure was another one of the five, man. Us McCreary's are under the fucking radar nowadays. It ain't a problem.
I hope you're right. For my sake.
Shut up and think about the money. If that don't work, think about my sister. I tell you though, you're only getting your hands on one of those things, you maniacs. And it ain't gonna... We did it. Top of the fucking world. Here's your share. Don't go spending it in the Italian restaurants.
I'll see you soon, Becky.
Look at me like that, prison me.
Excusez-moi.
You want to feel my baton?
Witchcraft. They
Where you
drown
wanna
you
go?
or burn you just to check. It worked for centuries.
He's talking
And all
more
your
to
rabbit,
himself.
Parrot, rabbit talk about, oh, I want to make this much this year off a person who can't breathe right. Oh, I want to make that much off this doctor.
You are giving me a
here we
headache.
are,
Good. I can cure that. Come here.
Hey, what's up, money? Hey, come on. Ladies, give me a few minutes. Business call. This is my time. Look at it. All them tiny ants down there. Man, shit is crazy.
So I guess you do okay.
Yeah, okay. But, what about you? What motivates you?
Well, I need money. This pays. I can do it. I don't care if I live or die. And I'm looking for someone.
Someone special?
Yeah, you could say that. So, why do you need me?
Well, I'm always looking for good guys. Build an army. But in my work, people change. Money changes people, not me. Yeah, I'm still a hustler from these streets. And I heard good things about you.
Okay, but I'm warning you. I'm not low budget.
Do I look like I live low budget, dog?
Yo, player,
Fuck you want?
there's someone here for you. Dwayne or some shit, I don't know.
Damn. My dude!
What's up, son? What's going down?
You didn't tell me you was getting out? Man, I would've laid on a party, got some freaks out. Shit.
I called. Couple of times.
Man, hey, Dwayne, this is Nico.
Hey.
Nico Dwayne Ford. Taught me everything I know.
Not everything.
So, hey, man, where you staying? You need some money? What's the plan?
What you mean, what's the plan? Pick up where we left off. I'm out, I'm back. We keep on rolling.
You say we?
Yeah, we. Unless you two fine. What? Your silk sheet, fancy dress wearing life too big for me now?
Oh, hey, now I ain't saying that. You know what's mine is yours. You need help, just holler. Hell, this Slavic motherfucker any good, he can help you. And you know I do anything I can. But right now, we gotta roll. Just give me 1 second.
Ain't folk quick to forget.
Some folk.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Where did you get out from?
Preschool.
Okay, Dwayne, we gotta roll. Please make yourself at home. Hell, this is your home. Let's jet, money.
Motherfucker must think I'm an idiot.
We going to Castle Gardens. There's an alley we want to hit up just off the South Parkway. All right. You heard of Yusef Amir? Big real estate developer?
I don't know. I've heard a lot of names since I got here. This guy's a big developer. Are you and him having meetings about how to run the city?
Not yet, but I got an idea about how me and him rented some Italian dudes shut down the building site on some union bullshit. They all over the place, strapped to their fronts with hard hats on and shit. Won't let nobody get in.
What do you suggest we do about this?
You're gonna go in there and get the mafia types off the site. Meantime, I'm gonna tell Yusuf how good you've been to him. That cat and me is gonna be tight as two cellmates on lockdown after this.
What's in it for me?
I'll give you what you after. Cold, hard cash. That what you chasing, right?
Amongst other things. I don't know how good your plan is, though, Playboy. If I get rid of the guys on the site, then won't there be more? If it's a union problem, doesn't that make it bigger than a few guys with guns?
Shit. Union is just another word for mafia. These cats is looking to squeeze our boy Amir for dollars just because he ain't from here. If we fuck their people up, they'll realize that he ain't a cat to be messed with, and they'll back off, okay? Shit. Yusef is from Dubai. He's an African, and he's coming to Liberty City to make it big. It's my duty to watch this cat's back. My ancestors came from Africa. Now he's coming out a bit later.
Who doesn't like crony capitalism should understand. This is Bloomberg. I have another one here that Hillary gets 400 to 1 more corporate donations. 400 to 1 corporate donations, big corporate donations than Trump gets. 400 to 1. Here's an article out of Bloomberg. Hillary Clinton is outraising Trump 20 to 1 among billionaires. And the liberal Bloomberg that wants your guns, he sells this like it's a good idea, like this is something to be proud of. See, Trump's a loser. Big corporate money's running from him. Oh, I thought we didn't like big corporate money. I thought we wanted it out of politics. I thought we wanted special interest out. I thought we wanted foreign interest out. That is the biggest campaign point for him, that special interests are running from Donald Trump because they're all about making special deals that cut out their competition and shutting down our economy, but they don't care. They want to control it and dictate the terms of our economic surrender. That is the plan. You don't think they didn't know Obamacare would totally bankrupt our economy further? And then the central system could dictate who was under it and who wasn't? It's written open-ended? The power to tax is the power to destroy. And now the internet's going under UN control. And the censorship's already beginning. We're, what, 2 days out now? People say, where's the censorship? I don't know. Where's Michael Savage? Where's all these websites getting shut down? Most people I know are having their Facebook and Twitter shut down just because they promote Trump. It's already going on, and it's getting worse incrementally. But it's okay. The Trump is evil because the Pope said so, and he also said journalists that promote conspiracy theories, like the fact that Hillary's sick, are terrorists. And he also says he's disgusted by Europe being Christian and not welcoming more Muslims. I mean, these are quotes, folks. And you're like, is that a Christian leader who said that? Yeah, he's called the Pope. Articles with the quotes, links to Catholic newspapers, his statements on Infowars.com. Who's the radicals here? I've got a stack of videos I haven't even played of white people in Charlotte and other areas being beaten and begging and pleading. And then the mainstream news says, well, they're white. They shouldn't have been down there. Shouldn't have been in the parking garage. And these are white people saying this because they're suckering everybody. They think it's so funny. I want to go out to break. Won't have time to air all of it. This is the State Department. Threatens Russia with more body bags, attacks on Russian cities. And this is a veiled threat because we have Bandar Bush, the Saudi ambassador to the UN, again, a few years ago. The article's on Infowars.com. Saudis threaten Russia with Olympic terrorist attacks unless it abandons Syria. That's a Steve Watson article. Here is the John Kirby, spokesman for the State Department, threatens Moscow with terror attacks. But, oh, if you don't let us get the extremists out of Syria, they're going to come and attack you. Yeah, because you run them and put them.
Could be cousin shit. I think you might want to look at the map, Playboy. Dubai isn't in Africa.
Shit, it all the same. Africa, America, Dubai. It don't matter. We're brothers. Spiritually, I mean. And that's the important thing.
My name in the book. Send y'all jump flowers. Lighted in Mississippi, can blow it to its gone. I find out who got it and cop a whole joint. You say I didn't warn you. Roll a couple up at the same time so the cipher can go around longer. In weed terms, I'm a couple pounds stronger. All I need is one more connect California. But I ain't gonna rush. I'ma take my time, stay on my grind, and just blow my mind. I can just blow my mind. Ladies in the air.
You and that car money, you're gonna need strap, sniper rifles, grenades, all that shit.
I'm fucking styling. Answer this. Who you know better than Kiss? Better than P? Better than the Silver B? Back Gorilla, Apollo Miller, guarded twice, just that nice. Look at the ice, now look at the hammer. I run shoes like you in front of the damn camera. You want to see the glamour.
Yo, there's 3 lookout cats making sure no one makes move on the site. You best take them out with the rifle before you hit up the rest of them. I'm gonna get in the position where I can see all the shit going down. If you can take out the main cats, then the rest of them shouldn't be a problem. When you in there, I'll give you the lowdown on where these main cats is at. You might be better seeing the lookouts from up here too, Money. Shit, I needed to find a cat like you. A badass motherfucker who ain't afraid to take fools down.
Yeah, well, I need money, so you're in luck.
You're gonna kick some ass down there, boy. I'm backing you up.
So, these things don't have go slowly, huh?
That all them lookouts gone, money. Get in there and free up the site.
See you soon, playboy. I'll try to save a grenade so you can have fun with one too.
All right, you win, money. First guy is on the building.
Any last words before we blow your brains out?
I don't give a shit! The union says this site is shut and shut,
What's up, bro?
off my ass! You're arrested! Fine! I'm fucking connected!
There's nowhere to go, motherfucker. You're surrounded.
This is a union matter. Get fucked.
Come on, get in there!
Stay calm.
He's going
I
down.
can do this all day if I have to.
I'm coming for you!
We going to Castle Gardens. There's an alley we want to hit up just off the South Parkway. This is my ticket to the big time, baby. I'm about to make it big.
Yeah, how's that?
You know Yusef Amir, big real estate developer? Well, I heard on the grapevine that he's run into a heap of trouble with some union cats. This shit is mafia run, and they all over his construction site with guns and shit. They stopping Amir from sending in the scat.
How's that mean you made it?
Because I'm a clever motherfucker. I'm using my God-given intellect. Yusef is in some problems. Playboy is gonna come in and help him out. Make the mafia cats go away so the workers can come in and everything be.
You're going to have to be a pretty persuasive guy. That's if you're hoping to talk a bunch of mafia or union officials off of a building site they shut down.
I don't gotta be the persuasive one, money. You do. I saw you handle yourself for this event the other day. You going to go in there and clear out the motherfucker.
You're not getting involved.
No, man. I just confuse shit if I went in with you. There's all types of scaffolding and shit in the construction yard. I'm gonna get into a position where I can see everything going down. I'll tell you where the cats are at and who you need to look out for. I'm your eyes in the sky, money.
This sounds like a pretty bad deal for me, don't it?
Shit, you doing this for a paycheck. I'm giving you $8 bills. And when Playboy pays, he pays big. You getting that mad money on this one.
Okay.
Okay, you wanna ride? Okay, you wanna ride?
Take a ride through the city,
Okay, you wanna ride? Get a feed, get a feed. You wanna ride? Let's ride through Liberty City.
Liberty City.
Hide, can't hide in Liberty City. Be easy when you drive through Liberty City. Hope you make it out alive in Liberty City. Yeah, I'm riding through Bohan where we play the high card. Y'all like Lindsay, y'all play the low hand. Young fever, us
There's nothing for you in that car, money. You're gonna be strapped. Sniper rifles, grenades, all that.
no rhyme. lions. Them dukes and dupes is lions. Hungry, looking for the money. Scheming, plotting. In my lifetime, streets been watching. Snakes in the grass. Beat them, spot them, scope out the target.
There's also a radio headset in there, so me and you can keep in communication. Yo, best take them out with the rifle before you hit up the rest of them. Don't worry, Money. When I'm big time, I won't forget about cats like you, the people who helped me get to the top.
What about that guy Dwayne? You going to forget about him?
That all them lookouts gone, Money. Get in there and free up the site.
Later on. If you can't see anything else from up here, you'll see these grenades. So, these things don't half go slowly, huh?
All right, you win, Money. First guy is on the scaffolding in the building to the east of the yard.
Push me! Push me! This'll huh? Huh?
Cold motherfucker. Next guy is south of your position, up a few stories in the next building.
Any last before we blow your brains out? You're a pain in the balls, my friend.
You ain't gonna be able to beat the Union.
You asked for this. Stop talking bullets. Asshole. You've been a pain in the ass.
I can feel the heat from up here.
Come on, get in there! Hey, watch out! This fucking right.
We're gonna fight to keep these shops in American hands.
Fucking up this site too bad, you hear?
Say cover. Hey, you surrounded.
You're dead, friend!
Hide your asses, boys!
I knew you were the right job for this job. There's a cat in the southwest corner of the yard by the water.
Come on! Don't kill me, man! Let's go! Just me and you! See you in hell, pal! I'm going for him! Someone help me, please! Risk your fucking car down! What?
That guy, shit, money. Best weapon. More than Maki's got turned up.
Thanks for the warning.
Yo, money, there's a chopper turning up. I think our boy is making a run for it. Get him good. I'll do my best.
We got this guy surrounded. He's a fucking dead man.
Let's go! Come on! Before we go straight Rama Lama Ding Dong!
We going to Castle Gardens. There's an alley we want to hit up just off the South Parkway.
See, on the beat!
I'm kinda stressed out.
Fuck all the other radio stations. Here's what it is.
For fuck's sake!
Mob Deep, shout out to my man Prodigy. Let's do it.
Let's roll. Go Cheerio, Cheerio. Killer with the flow, in the flow, in the throw, in the gun, cold rain, hit 'em all in a row. AK-47, 40 Glock, 44, let 'em know, for the dough. How to go, not a joke. This one thing I try to kill me, man. Back me a nigga up in the box, send him to his folks, send his blood to his kid, and drop it on head. Bust a gun, bust a nigga face open with the heads. Tell him go to the friends, tell the cops, tell the fans. I don't give a motherfucker.
Money, watch me go!
You a bitch, you a snitch, I'm a motherfucking gangster. Infamous soldier, if you got a cold heart, then my shit is froze over. Rainbow 7 Suburban, bulletproof tram. Windows on the crib, bulletproof down. You fucking with a dirty New Yorker. Queens in this bitch, fall back and get broke up. You fucking with a dirty New Yorker. Queens motherfucker, move and get smoked up. You fucking with a dirty New Yorker. Queens in this bitch, fall back and get broke up. You fucking with a dirty
Oh man, this one is a heat rock right here, Liberty City! This one is a heat rock!
Hey, man, chill!
Get it right back. I will say that. My flow so cracked. Put 'em in red tops and pump that back on the block in the corner. Shit! Out for you. Get money, money. I take money, money. Some fly shit. Now kiss the kid bummy. Shorty doing nuts like slash and it tastes like metal. So that's where I keep it at. What do you expect? All niggas from that go. Me and him was cool till some motherfuckers set the go. Shit, half a professional. Nigga kill me once, you ain't motherfucking techno. Boy, I got 7 more things that are 7 you. Can't see hell. Come here, it's a better view. You fucking with a dirty New Yorker. Queens in this bitch, fall back and get rolled up. You fucking with a dirty New Yorker. Queens motherfucker, move and get smoked up. You fucking with
I left some heat for you in that car, money. You're gonna be strapped. Sniper rifles, grenades, all that shit.
Queens motherfucker, move and get smoked up.
There's also a radio headset in there, so me and you can keep in communication. Let's take them out with the rifle before you hit up the rest of them. That all them lookouts gone, money. Get in there and free up the site.
Later on. All right. Can you make this thing go any quicker?
Win, money. The first guy is on the scaffolding in the building east of the yard.
Stop trying and stay down. Motherfuckers!
Cold motherfucker. Next guy is south of your position, up a few stories in the next building.
I'll rip your fucking heart out!
We're gonna fight to keep these jobs in American hands.
We got this guy surrounded. He's a fucking
Some fucking heat. Take cover. I'm gonna plant this son of a bitch. Go, motherfucker. You're surrounded.
Say cheese, motherfucker.
The union won't bend over because of you. Let's go. Come on. Time to finish this.
You want me to finish you off? I'll cut off your fucking head!
Slavic killer for this job. There's a cat in the southwest corner of the yard by the water. Get him!
Shots fired on the construction site in Castle Garden. This is possibly related to a union disagreement.
Stay down. Here we go! Thanks for the warning. You're dead, friend! Stay down!
Yo, money! There's a chopper turning up. I think our boy is making a run for it.
So long! Fuck you! Go, You should not have engaged with me. I got rid of all the union problems on this site. As you can see, this place is going to need a cleanup before any workers come in.
You the money, son. USSPA won't put me through to the CAG, but when they hear about this shit, they gonna start listening to Playboy.
Nico, man, look, I ain't a pimp or nothing.
What are you talking about, man?
I'm saying, would you take my sister, Katie, out for a drink or something? She don't get out much, and she sure as hell don't go on dates. We're starting to worry. She likes you, just as friends. I'm gonna send you a number.
I'll give her a call, man, but, I don't think she'll want to see me.
Trust me, she will. Call her, man.
Yo, money.
Son of a bitch!
Move it, asshole!
Don't ever take me alive! Wise guy.
This is Control. We have a firearm discharge.
You ain't even have to go there,
Capital
baby.
Garden.
You ain't even gonna be hitting on me.
Get off of me!
Dispatch unit from Suffolk.
Yo, money, I appreciate what you're doing for me. There be so many fake cats out there. You remember my man, Dwayne?
Sure, just got out of the pen. Old friends aren't paying him no mind.
Yeah, that's what he thinks. He got friends all over the shop, but he living in the past. Now, I need you to go over to the Governor Greg Johnson projects over in Northwood. He holding up there and needs help with some shit. You assist this broke ass, I'll send some paper your way. I owe that fool. Can't pay back a biatch. Peace out, money.
Shit and more shit!
Juggling, spousal abuse, magic, people bursting into song, sex changes. Sounds just like a night at my parents' house.
I would love to get paid to throw knives at bitches. I would be a bitch knife act thrower throwing motherfucker.
And more on the terrible tragedy.
Ah, that's right. We haven't had a paparazzi beaver shot for weeks. It's a catastrophe for our ratings.
Thank God. If I have to see Jill Van Krastenberg's chapped and cracked chimp lips on the internet one more time, I'll be back in therapy.
Actually, no. What we're talking
I want
about
to
is
go
the
to
death of
Joliet
actor
Street.
Wayne
Okay,
Tierson,
but I'm
who
just-
died a few weeks ago, but whose death has got great ratings and web hits.
Oh, yes. Tierson was found dead in a Las Venturas brothel, and Vinewood is struggling to come to terms with their loss. Shock. Mourning.
This is Brucey. I'm pushing it to the max. Rolling deep, baby. Leave me a message.
Therapists are determined to help stretch out.
Aw, there. It's terrible. I feel your pain. A 20-year-old millionaire dying of too many lap dances and too many drugs. It's a real tragedy.
Well, you're right. And he did dress like shit.
This is Alyssa Teta. Sorry, I'm away from...
Could you please put the radio on another station?
To Liberty City.
Here we are.
Cat
Thanks.
Williams is here to...